What's causing weight gain during menopause? Today we're going to discuss 3 things that can be causing it. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tyler Egan. I'm an in-person trainer and an online health and mindset coach. And today I want to discuss what is causing weight gain during menopause. If you've ever listened to my podcast, The Mind Muscle Experience, I like to define terms before I start discussing things. So let's just briefly go over, so we're all on the same page about what menopause is. It is essentially the end of your reproductive years. And so as a byproduct, your hormones start to change. Things like estrogen, progesterone start to decline, and this brings a whole host of potential symptoms and side effects with it. So one of those things, unfortunately, can be weight gain, depending on how you're living your life and other things. I have talked to quite a few women who tell me that they didn't notice much of a change during menopause. And I was actually shocked because at this point I had only heard the other side of things, like all of the negative side effects. I was like, wait, so it's possible. So I want to discuss the potential causes of your weight gain that go outside of the scope of eat less, move more. So a lot of you may have started to gain weight during menopause. You go to your doctor, you go talk to a fitness coach, whatever, and they're just like, yeah, I mean, just eat less, move more, burn more calories than you're bringing in, and you should lose weight. But it's not working. And the reason very well could be on this list today. So let's get into it, right? So I already kind of mentioned the first one, and that is going to be number 1, hormones, the changes in your body. And so this is actually going to have a downstream effect on everything else we talk about today. So your hormones are going to be the key here. Again, during menopause, your estrogen, progesterone, and androgens like testosterone start to decline. This can lead to increases in your FSH levels and your LH levels, and this can lead to all the symptoms that you deal with. But the decline in estrogen is the thing that I want to talk about the most, because this could be part of the reason why you're gaining weight. Because estrogen decreases, it can lead to you being less insulin sensitive or a little bit more insulin resistant. And what this essentially means is that your body doesn't use carbs as well, doesn't use carbohydrates as well. So for any of you who are just like, carbs don't agree with me, it could very well be because of this time period in your life and estrogen declining. Okay, so your hormones could be the number 1 reason for weight gain. So that's the first thing to understand is like, okay, how can I balance my hormones in a way that will promote more weight loss rather than more weight gain? Because clearly cutting calories isn't working for me, and I gotta do something, right? Because cutting calories can lead to worsening of the hormonal effects that you're dealing with right now. Because if our cortisol is up because we're deprived of nutrients and we're constantly exercising, cardio, HIIT workouts, then your hormones can exaggerate your menopausal symptoms, and it can lead to more weight gain because your body's gonna hold on to that stored fat for a later date, which is something outside the scope of this video. So hormones are first and foremost. That is going to be the number 1 reason why you're gaining weight during this time period. Number 2, and again, downstream effect from the hormones, right, is your metabolism. And a lot of people are just like, your metabolism doesn't slow down, blah, blah, blah. Your metabolism could very well be slowing down because of your hormones. Again, estrogen is the one I want to hit on here. When your estrogen levels drop, it leads to less insulin sensitivity. And because of that, your metabolism is going to change because you're not going to be using carbohydrates, carbs, in the same way. Your body, your brain literally will switch or attempt to switch what it is using as energy. So if you're not using carbohydrates as well anymore because less estrogen and you're less insulin sensitive, then what happens? Your metabolism is absolutely going to change. And let's just briefly talk about what metabolism is. It is essentially the life force of us. It is the thing that keeps all of our systems flowing. Metabolism isn't just about weight gain, weight loss. It's everything that keeps us alive in our day-to-day life. So metabolism is a very complex thing. I oversimplified the hell out of it, but metabolism could absolutely change, again, because of your hormones and estrogen more specifically. And then last but not least is number 3, sleep disturbances. I talk to a lot of women who have hot flashes, night sweats, things of that sort. And if your sleep is getting dysregulated, then this can throw off the hormones of your 24-hour sleep-wake cycle. And those hormones of your 24-hour sleep-wake cycle are going to affect every other hormone in your body. So like everything's literally connected, and it's the most fascinating thing in the world to me. But sleep disturbances. And so like the question then becomes like, what do I do about this? What can I begin to do about this? And so the answer to that question is start to address some of your lifestyle factors. Things like movement, exercise, your nutrition, what's your sleep routines look like? What are your daily habits? Are you hydrated? Things like that. These little micro things are gonna go a long way. And during menopause, it's even more important to pay attention to these things. So getting into good sleep habits, cutting off blue light exposure late at night so it's not dysregulating your sleep cycle. These things, again, it's all connected here, but these are gonna be the three major reasons for weight gain, because if you're having these sleep disturbances, again, there's only so much you can control, right? If you're having these, then this can throw off leptin signaling. Leptin signaling can, again, throw off your metabolism. So again, it's all interconnected. And so what we can do is start to get some of these simple habits in order. If you're working out more than 3 days a week intensely, cut it down to 2 or 3 days. If you're not eating a diet rich in nutrient dense foods, start to make micro shifts within your eating habits so that maybe it's one meal a day where you're eating a diet rich in nutrients so that we can start to offset some of these hormonal changes. The hormonal changes are going to cause more stress in your body, right? I'm sure you can tell me better than I'm telling you right now. And so what can we do to help that? We can start to address our lifestyle factors like food. We can address sleep routines. We can address movement, right? We don't need to overdo exercise. Now is the time to start doing movements that promote more relaxation and recovery in your body. I actually laid all of this out in my 12-week menopause mastery program that is listed on my website. You can check the link down below. And for all the viewers of the YouTube video, I'm going to give you a special gift. If you use the code MENO25, so MENO 25, you'll get 25% off the program until the end of the month. So July 31st will be the last day for it. So you're gonna do MENO, I hope you guys can read this, 25. Okay, so to address some of these lifestyle factors, it's really not rocket science. There's a woman I've been learning a tremendous amount from when it comes to menopause, hormones, and all these things. Her name is Dr. Sarah Gottfried. If you've never listened to this woman on a podcast or anything, you've never heard of her, go dive into her world. She's a genius. So that's gonna be today's video. If you guys took anything from, please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you learned. Let me know what you wanna hear from more of, what you want to hear from me more. And be sure to I can't use my words. Subscribe to the channel. I'll check you guys out in the next video.